Kimbriki opened as a landfill site in 1975, and in the late 80s we started to begin recycling with the help of the community, the state government and our shareholders, who are now Northern Beaches Council and Mossman Council.
Kimbriki's open 7 days a week, Monday to Sunday, and we're open from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. every day. Basically what we're here to do is we weigh the customers on, direct them to whatever area they need to go to, and then when they've finished, we weigh them out again. That way we get an idea of what the weight is and then what we need to charge the customers. We get between, say, 1,100 and 1,600 people through Kimbriki every day.
A lot of different materials are processed every day here at Kimbriki for recycling, and we're fortunate to have great partners to help us with that task.
ANL is Australian Native Landscapes. We compost and process both green waste and timber waste. We currently handle 80 to 90,000 tonnes a year, mainly green waste, but we get a reasonable amount of timber waste from construction, house demolition, fences, things like that. The green waste is all from the local area, and we've been doing that for over 15 years. When the green waste first comes in, we need to reduce the particle size, obviously, to compost it. So we feed it through a grinder, basically reduces the particles down to more than 70 mil. That condenses the material. We then wet it up, put it in windrows, which are cone-shaped long rows. And at that point, the compost process starts and we turn it. We make an Australian standards quality compost out of Kimbriki, which is AS 4454. So that then goes into a whole range of products, garden mixes, potting mixes, what have you, or you can buy the straight compost itself. We sell it in bags, sell it in bulk at all of our ANL locations.
So IQ and you currently hold the contract for the recycling aggregation facility on site. We take the paper usually to Visy at Smithfield, where they process it again, and then that results in paper and cardboard products. The glass and the bottles get sent to our material recovery centre, which is at Summersby, where it's processed into separate commodities. So you have bottles, glass, cans, steel, and from there it gets turned into things that we can reuse. Our most recent initiative has been to start a virtual quarry. So essentially what we're doing is we're taking the glass that's recovered from our material recovery centre at Summersby. It gets processed again, double washed, crushed into variations of sand, aggregates that are being used for companies like Boral, Central Coast Council, so it gets turned into something that we can use again. We're even working with a company that are mixing it with a resin and using it as a road base. Kimbriki are a really close-knit community, and I feel like that shows in the work that's being done here. It's so progressive. Every year there's something new being added. I just think it's a cool place to be.
Concrete recyclers have subcontracted and work alongside Kimbriki for up over 15 years. We do crush a range of RMS specified road bases, and we also crush aggregates 10, 20 mil and sand. On arrival, when it comes into our site, we run a first stage inspection process. So we inspect it while it's still in the truck. Then we allow them to go to their allocated area. So we separate our piles to allow us to crush different products. And then when it makes it to the pile, we tip off the stockpile, we spread it out and we do a second inspection. This just ensures that we have no fibrous material in our products. Then we send it through a jaw crusher, through a couple of stages of magnets, over a screen to separate, and considering our configuration of our plant, then that gives us our different product.
Morris Civil has been a partner in Kimbriki for 8 years. Main compactor is the Caterpillar 836K, and it's running a state-of-the-art GPS system. It monitors all waste on a daily basis. We reduce the waste by the compactors mincing it into small particles. We have a shredder on site. A shredder shreds all the mattresses, removes the steel springs and reduces them to a pulp. The steel is recycled. When we started the new cell, the main considerations was the protection of the environment and runoff of any stormwater done within EPA guidelines. Kimbriki are very professional to work with, very understanding, and they value everything in conjunction with the environment as one of their highest priorities.
At the transfer station, it's Kimbriki's main receivable area for customers to dispose of their mixed waste. We accept both residential and commercial vehicles for either hand unloading or tipping. It also gives us the opportunity to sort through the mixed waste, to recycle metal, pull out mattresses, reclaim items for the buyback centre for resale, and to recover any prohibited waste before the rubbish gets transferred over to the landfill cell. At the transfer station, we recycle tyres, either with or without rims, mobile phones, small batteries, fluorescent tubes, and small amounts of residential polystyrene. The other items besides mixed waste are virgin excavated natural material, clean soil basically, asbestos. Both those items we need to inspect to make sure they comply with Kimbriki and EPA requirements.
All landfills experience some challenges in maintaining their environmental sustainability, and one of those is the safe management of water generated from contact with waste. This water is known as leachate, and it contains a number of problematic contaminants. Behind us you can see our leachate treatment storage dam. This is a place where all of the leachate generated on the site is firstly aggregated and put together to hold prior to being treated. We then treat the leachate through our leachate treatment facility. It's an on-site leachate treatment plant which is specifically designed to manage the leachate and make it into a fit state to discharge to sewer. This state-of-the-art facility runs for 24 hours a day and can treat up to 500,000 litres of leachate every day prior to discharging it safely to the sewer for disposal. Landfill gas is another one of those problem emissions from landfilling operations. It's generated when the waste starts to break down once it's been buried underground. It contains a large proportion of methane. Methane is a very powerful greenhouse gas, and we need to ensure that we capture and destroy that methane before it's set free into the air. We do that through a system of pressurised pipework underground that draws the methane gas out and brings it to the central flaring location. The flare then operates at about 900 degrees C, and it burns the methane and reduces it back to its components before it's discharged out into the air.
My role here at Kimbriki is to manage the education centre, which we call the Eco House and Garden. The core of our work is what we call the 4 Rs: rethink, reduce, reuse, recycle. We encourage people to try and live their lives through that 4 Rs, because I think most people want to do the right thing, they're just not quite sure how to do it. And the 4 Rs can really help. So rethink, we need to rethink the way we manage and do things in the world. We can always do better. Then we have reduce, we need to use less, really simple. Slow down, use less stuff. Reuse, we have a reuse centre here. We want people to reuse things again because ecologically that's more important than recycling. That's why they're in order, in this exact order. And then recycling, we would like every single person on the Northern Beaches and beyond to recycle every single thing they can, at home and at work and at school. That's what our core values are related to. So rethink, reduce, reuse, recycle, in that order, ecologically. We have all different sorts of groups coming here now. We invite as many schools as possible to come here and learn our core principles and go away and act on them. Adults can come here just to wander if they want. There's a lot of passive education in this garden. You can read signs and learn things just walking through. Or come do our workshops, our structured workshops, where we teach composting, worm farming, organic gardening. Our role is to embed that deepest message that we can, that we want you to go away and take care of where you go. Rethink, reduce, reuse, recycle, in that order, ecologically. Let's live our lives that way. So there you have it. Come and see us sometime. Do some workshops at the Eco House and Garden. Buy some things at our buyback centre. Sort your materials before you come. We'd love to see you in person.